Alright, part two. So we're here back in the front of the house. A lot of access points to the backyard. So one there, and then one right to the left of the front door over there. Not entirely sure if this is part of the property. As far as this section, my guess is that it's not because of this fence here, but it's just an assumption. This is a third, or sorry, 0.3 of an acre, so 13,000 square feet. Again, most of it is deck, but there is a little flat area which we'll go and take a look at. And I've already just walked through the deck. It's not actually horrible. If you had kids, definitely not safe, but you can manage with it the way it is for a little bit, but definitely need to address it at some point in the near future. I did in the disclosures take a look, and they gave a quote for $82,000 to replace all this deck. So again, that's actually not a bad quote, assuming it's all real wood. If you were to use artificial wood, which is actually what I would do if money was not a concern, but that can easily be 2 to 3 times the cost. Again, I think we talked about this recently. Kind of weird. Or no, we didn't talk about this, but when you think about materials, it's really interesting that when you go inside the home, there's a premium for real wood, and then all the way down to like laminate as being the cheapest. Meanwhile, you go outside, real wood is the cheapest, and then composite material is more expensive. Go figure. So anyhow, this is a wood deck. You can replace it for $82,000. Here is the bottom floor, which I think is okay. This was from the downstairs living room connection, or family room, I'm sorry, the downstairs in there. So here's a deck right off of the family room. Here's access from the garage, and then we'll go down. I mean, all this is like, you can tell there's rotted boards, for instance, right here, right? So even though it doesn't feel like they're about to, a little bit of, oh, that was a leaf, never mind, I thought I heard a crack, but that was just a leaf. You can see these boards, right? They're moving when I'm stepping on this here. So they're all loose, right? But it's not rotted to the point where if I feel like I take a step, I'm gonna fall right through. So you can see just everything is just, I don't think this has ever been replaced since the property's been here. Which is 1976. Okay, so here's your kind of first main area to hang out, entertain. Got a fire pit here. You can see all this is sloping. And if we turn around the corner here, this is where we go to the side access to the yard from the front doors right up there. And this is the area that I'm talking about. It's not much out of the whole lot, but this is where you have something to work with in terms of flat area, or the flattest, because it's still got a slope. You can level it out a little bit, but it's a decent amount of space. But relative to the total lot size, you know, it's not a huge space. So over here, actually, you could just terrace a lot of this, take down this bush here, you know, and you can have a decent sized space here, which wouldn't really break the bank as far as leveling. It looks like there should be decent access for equipment. So this has an opportunity down here. So let's see what else. This is where, you know, it gets kind of like, this will tell you how much has moved since 1976. So you can just see the gap here, right? So you're looking at least 3.5, 4 inches of separation here. And again, some of this could be the tree, but for the most part, this back here just tells you, you know, you're fighting gravity, and that's why they've done the foundation work that they have over the years. This right here is something to investigate. I don't know what's underneath that concrete pad, but it's something. So that's something you have to dig a little bit deeper into disclosures to figure out. But all this stuff needs to be replaced at some point soon. Okay, so this is like clearly lopsided, and then you can see like everything's leaning actually this way. You just see everything is a little not level. I got some huge concrete pillars to help support with that retaining wall, and then I guess we'll go. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm thinking that I actually don't know. Yeah, that's a neighbor, so anything on the other side of that fence is a neighbor. So here is sewer access for the nearby surrounding neighborhood. So basically, I have this in my property, but all these homes here, or most of the surrounding ones above the house, obviously, kind of flows and connects down to this sewer. So this is an easement. You'll see what's called the preliminary title report. The preliminary title report is an important document. It basically shows who owes what on the property. So are there any liens? So debts, which would be like a bank loan, or the bad ones are if you like owe contractors money you never paid them for. They put a lien on the house. It means you owe me money before you can sell the home. And then the other is who has access to the property, who has rights to access the property, and that's called an easement. And every property has easements because of utilities, right? So for your electricity and all your utilities, there needs to be some level of access. In this particular case, you have a sewer easement. Okay, we're gonna go back up. So there's another gap. You can see the gap from the staircase right there. There's just the movement that's happening. So, I can't, I didn't get in to have a discussion with the listing agent as to why they fell out of contract, but from my view, summarizing, which is a lot here, $82,000 is not bad to replace all this decking. You don't need to do that immediately. Inside the home, again, dated, but in really good condition, well maintained. The only thing they did maintain is the deck. And assuming that the foundation is solid now, after the most recent underpinning work in 2018, this, could be a decent opportunity. But that, again, that's without diving into all of the other reports and documents and the disclosures. I don't know if we've talked about that yet, but that would be the next thing, is when you see a home and you like it and you want to entertain it further, that we go look at the disclosures, which is the inspection reports, known issues from the seller, etc. And sorry, I'm breathing heavily because I'm just climbing these stairs. I need to work out more. But yeah, decent opportunity if you're okay with maybe not doing all the renovation inside up front. And again, this is all based on your budget, but it's a low enough price where you've got plenty of room to make this into what it should be. Definitely 1.7-ish at a minimum. If you do the work to make it more modern, updated inside, and then replace the deck, closer to somewhere between 1.75 and 2 million. So could be an opportunity. All right, so this was hopefully a good first video, and I'm on my way to record the other two in Moraga. All right, thanks, bye.